main. Okay. Here is my info sheet with data from the 2020 election for rosevears. I don't have the same data for huon, unfortunately. So there's information on booths and their results. And so up here is the state results of 2025, and down here is the Legislative Council result in 2020, which gives like general information on what you can expect from the seats. So, well, actually, no, it doesn't at all, because this time there is no significant independent running, which is a big difference to the last election in 2020, because there was a huge independent campaign there. And if you combine the three independents, they in total got a plurality of the vote. There's no one else in chat yet, so. Here is the huon map. This shows all the booths and all the candidates. So the current MP since the 2022 by-election is Dean Harris, a conservative-ish independent. Then there is the two main challengers are Claire Glade Wright, a progressive independent, and Abby McKibben, a Labour candidate. There's also Paul Gibson, who is the Greens candidate, who is somewhat relevant. Then there are two small independents, Michael Rowan and Tyler Peterson. Then here in rosevears, there are the four main candidates. There's Joe Palmer, the Liberal MP since 2020. There is Ben McKinnon for Labour. There is Charlene McLennan for the Greens, and Susan Monson, an independent who barely exists, basically. There isn't much other way of putting it. So, yeah. Here in rosevears and huon. in Tasmania. These are coming on the 2nd of May with a lot to come. There's significant campaigning going on, so here where we're gonna let's try to figure out. I'm not good at the buttons. Yep, so let's try to predict booth by booth results for rosevears. So firstly, it is fairly obvious. I don't know which one this is on, but I don't. Why did I label these? Where? Oh, that's one of these probably. Label 11. Firstly, it's fairly obvious. All three pre-polls are going to be won by the Liberals. Now back to actual booths. Both Lagana booths are Liberal. That's no shocker to anyone. Both Riverside ones will be Liberal as well, as will these two, I imagine. I reckon those ones are also definitely Liberal. I think Labour will win Beaconsfield, Beauty Point, and West. I have no clue in Exeter. I suspect that'll be. I'm going to mark it as Liberal. And then if we go down here, that's going to be Greens in Trevelyan West, I imagine. So this is just a very rough prediction, just off the top of my head. Huon will be a lot harder for me to predict, so let's go there, I guess. I've made the mistake of putting this all on one layer, and so my drawing map stuff is going to be a bit more annoying here. So I also have to choose my colors carefully. So I'm going to make blue will be the color for the incumbent, Dean Harris, which I think will win a lot of the southern booths. But unlike a lot of people, I'm not so confident that Dean Harris can retain Huon, and I think we might be looking at a similar replay of the 2020 election, where the incumbent was defeated massively. So I think these ones are all going to be won by Harris, as this is all just vibes. I will go through and do like proper detailed stuff on it later. But what other booths could Harris win? Brandler and Huonville, I think, and Glen Huon, I think. Not Franklin. I think that if we're going to look at other stuff, now I'll put this as Claire Glade Wright, the Progressive Independent. I think they're going to do really well. I don't think it's just like pure hope, but I do think they have a lot of potential to get a lot of vote here. This is the exact sort of seat that will be good for them. I think they can win most of these booths. Actually, I should go back to Harris briefly. I think they can win Blackham's Bay. Maybe Howden. Actually, I think they can win Howden. Then I think if we go to Labour, let me just quickly check chat. Oh, there are a few things in there which I will say back in a second. To remain in a second. Actually, I'm gonna say this. Huon is normally a very good place for the Greens, but I think with Glade right in there, I think they're going to get hammered. I don't think they can do well in Huon this year. They're great. I would love it, but I think this is more likely to be a year for the Teals in here. Anyways, let's go to. If I go here, can you hear me? Can you hear me when I'm here? No. So let's try. So back to the questions. Hopefully you can hear me now. So wait, let me just fix. Okay, you can hear me when I'm here. Okay, so going back. So whatever said the Bee from the Bee movie. I have not watched the Bee movie, I'm afraid. Matthew Cotton said, "Who is your favourite Tasmanian politician?" This is a hard question to ask, but it would have to be Tabitha Badger from the Tasmanian Greens, who is their member for Lions. Then Katrina Maturga says, "I'm not from Tas, but good to tune into elections." Yeah, I agree. It is good. You're very delayed also. I'm reading back messages from a while ago because I was muted. I don't think it's that bad, question mark. It might be. Anyways, I will be muted for a moment as I try to fix out this, the other thing. Yes, using... No, microphone LCS. Okay. Okay, can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Okay, okay, click off this. Why is it still on this? Yep. I've hopefully added an audio source into this thing. It's rather faint, but yeah, I need to work that. Okay, let's try to work on this, okay, let's delete the old one that does not work. Yes, but quieter, okay, okay, let us fix this, so... Okay, yep, I can see it is... I'm trying to figure out how to do it, because... In this, yeah, let me figure out my audio, it's not in the greatest state right now. So...
It might be working now, probably not actually, but I'll just talk louder, I guess, for now. I don't know how much that will do, but there's... Oh, so now you can probably hear me, I guess? I'm not sure. I think the audio is out of sync outside of OBS. Yeah, I imagine my audio is probably a bit messed up. So, there is...
What I'm going to do is I will get rid of the audio outside of it. So there is no audio outside of this now. It is only this.
So hopefully it is just me you can hear now. So, there is... Anyways, back to the elections or questions you have. I'm very happy to answer questions or to get election stuff, because I have a fair bit of election stuff to go through. So,
I have my map up again. I think it is important for me to like do some predicting on exactly why these booths are like this. So, starting off with Southport, very conservative rural area. I can't see this not being won by Harris, and if it is won by anyone besides Harris, it is over, and it's completely over for him. Similar to Dover, Geeveston, it's closer, but it's also fairly conservative. The southern Huon Valley is more conservative than Ranelagh and Glen Huon and Huonville. These three are not dissimilar. I imagine Huonville and Glen Huon will be closer, but Ranelagh is definitely like fairly conservative. Then Franklin is an outlier for the southern Huon Valley. It is very green, which is why I put it as Glade Right. I don't think the Greens are going to top any booths, but if they do, their best chances are Woodbridge and Alona.
yep, camera's back. Please talk in chat, it's kind of sad, there's no one talking. Okay, so... I guess questions for a bit, and then we might do, maybe like some city skylines or something. That might be fun. And then more election stuff once we actually have people watching, because there aren't many watching at the moment, which is sad. So, yeah. I'm going to load up city skylines now in the background. I don't think you can see what I've got right now. Yeah, resume. Let's go to my current game. This is probably going to make my computer very loud. You might be able to hear it, because it doesn't like city skylines much, and it really likes crashing. But, oh, I can already feel it getting warmer. Yeah, it's nice. It's really liking it when that I play this game. It really does. Yeah, my screen is barely functioning. But I'm not surprised at all. This is normal. And like, it's actually now it's loading faster than normal. Let's go back to OBS. City Skylines would be good, yes. Okay, I will load up City Skylines. And I will put that on. Let's just...
Yeah, you can probably see it now, I think. You won't be able to hear anything on this, it's just me still, because the audio is out of sync apparently, and I don't want to fix that. That would take too long. Oh yeah, I'm not surprised. There's just need to wait for all my mods to load because I have too many mods. There is a lot to put in. I don't care that anarchy is a key-binding conflict. I honestly do not care. Let's load out this city, which is my most recent one. It is fairly new and it's kind of bad, but it's also very transit friendly, which is what this channel will like. And I have a bunch of mods for it. So Oh yeah, some of this stuff isn't having a great time. Let me just reduce my volume so that I can hear you. So this is the city. It's mostly master planned out onto these islands, which you can sort of see by all the train stations without infrastructure. The entire city is built off the idea of here is the city and people live here, and all on the other ones, and this island will be the only one car accessible, and as such, we have a giant train station with a million park and rides. And also, I have a lot of train mods, like here, and wait, where's the other one? There's a really nice one that I think fits well with this channel. Yep, here. A Perth ASAC train, I think it is. Which is going to sit and run trains around here because I have this mod for some reason. I have no idea why I chose to install this train, but I have it. And so you can get this. And these are all completely free mods, by the way. Like, I don't pay for these. These are all publicly accessible. And all, as with all content I have here, well, besides the game itself, that is not free. Sadly, it is not. This is not a cheap game either. But beyond that, yeah. Let me quickly check chat. Yes, that is a Perth AC. Is many a small police station at the park and ride. Yes, I will put a police station there. Oh yeah, there's no infrastructure on this side. There's put a smaller one. There we go, police. I don't. This is gonna be like, I think every single car's probably gonna go out. Actually, yeah, I think they are. Oh, oh yeah. Is it every single? Are they, oh well. Oh, never mind. I think they are setting every single police. Yeah, every single police car is going out. That's just concerning. Yeah, all 6 are out. That's really not good. So this is the actual city. I don't have a name for it. So please help me with making a name for it. This is just a default name. This is... So, just reading chat for a second there. Give me name ideas. Before you say that we do have a... Oh no, we don't have a crematorium. Oh, why don't we? I thought we had one of those. Okay, well, we'll have one now. These people's homes were not needed anyways. Yeah, just got this fancy looking house and this very safe looking road here. Because roads are not treated with respect in this city. But also, I think people here are going to like this of, we have this, which is a custom map tool which shows all lines. I said all lines. Why are the stops? Oh no, the stops are showing. That's just a glitch, I think. So we can see where all the buses and all the trams and all the trains stop. So we've got this network. The tier 1s are buses, the others are trains or trams. Looking in chat, sort of name you're looking at Northampton. Sure, let's make this Northampton. Let's name the train. So this will be Northampton Central. Then we have this will what's it? What do I call this island? Pakana Island. There we go. So this will be Pakana Island, this main one. Oh, don't mind the finances. We have no problems whatsoever. This is it's all service upkeep. Can I see what service upkeep for? No, it's just all service upkeep. Oh, it's really bad. I could, like, I don't know, make parking $50. Would that do anything? I made a police station and crime has gone up. What? Oh, also, don't mind the traffic. Please do not mind the traffic. We do not care about the traffic, actually. So do whatever you want with the traffic. It's very fine if the traffic just is broken. That's completely fine. We actually love traffic here. Yeah, there's some extra parking for anyone. People saying may need more industrial. Yeah, we don't have any yet. I think this bit of the island will probably be industrial. Actually, yeah, let's develop this bit. So let's build a station. I have mods, so a standard Japanese station here. Let's build line connections, obviously. So we'll open this line. This line currently exists but has no service. Also, we should make this line here have train service, because currently it doesn't. So this is a super express line that comes here and then into the city, stopping here. It also has every single line has level crossings in the city centre, which was probably a mistake on my part. And no, I don't want light rail trains on this. That's a bad idea. What trains do we want on this? Let's put some sprinters on it. Down a bit. I think we sort of need to link up some of these lines, because they're kind of... there's no links between most of the lines, and that's a problem, because rolling stock can't get between them. So let's build a tunnel out here, then a link up, then along, and extend it a bit further along. Yep, that is our links between all the lines. So over here we're going to build a not nice, but a bad industrial area. Actually, do we want industrial on the island? No, let's not have industrial on the main island. Actually, that's a really bad idea, because it won't have road access. Why did I think oh yes, let's build it on the place without road access. And I'll need anarchy for some of this, because I can't build often without anarchy. Now I can probably disable it here. Yep, this is going to be a nice big main road into here. So let's build out a nice wide roads, because the one bit of the city that has roads has to have like the most horrible version of them for fun, you know? I'm not like this normally. I like playing real ones. Like playing nice cities, which like this is like weird. It's not inherently good or bad, but I'd say it's leaning towards bad. Because I don't think many people would actually want to live in a place like this, to be honest, because, well, there are many reasons why you wouldn't want to live in a place like this, including the problem of being stuck on this island and being 100% reliant on 2 rail tunnels and 1 rail bridge for getting in and out. There isn't even a port yet. I may or may not build one, actually. That's probably a not. Let's just build a road that goes up and links all of these, and then comes along and links there. So... yep. This is, like, looking really bad, but who cares? And then I think we'll divert one of the train lines that we have currently to service this station. Also, this is, like, this station and how it is around it is, like, a fill-in. Actually, you know, this might be the time. So, just demolish these car parks and all the cars in it, because no one actually needs the cars. Cars are optional, apparently, or something. Yeah. Oh no, by deleting it, that's moved all of the cars that were in it, and they're now everywhere. Ooh, that's bad. Yeah, so let's put more of that. We need to fix this bit. Yeah, this is terribly designed road infrastructure, but that's kind of the point. And then, of the 2 train lines, where do they go? So there's... why can't I see the lines? Are there? Oh! What? Hold on. So these lines are functional on that side, but then where do these lines go? Oh, where is this? Okay, I guess we need to rebuild our train lines. For some reason, they've broken themselves. Let's hopefully get some functional trains now that aren't doing whatever they were doing. Oh, that's it. Oh, great. That's a problem. It appears my mods have broken. And are there any mods? Chat, are there any mods for ferries? There is a DLC that costs money that has ferries, and I do not want to pay for it, so I do not have access to them. So I figured out the problem, which is that for some reason one of my mods has broken, which means my that train station that I have there is not working, which is a problem. So let's put this line in, which eventually these will be extended further, but they aren't for now. For now, these are just going to one stop past their terminus, or one stop past the park and ride to their stops in the industrial estate. Fun, because we all love industrial estates. So, yep, this station, how it's set up now is probably going to confuse some people, to be honest. And I don't blame them. So this track here merges into this one, and then, yep, so there'll be two lines that go out of that. So it keeps telling me I should put light rail vehicles on these. I don't think I should. Let's put 4-car A-sets on both of them. So there'll be... no. Neither of those? Yep. So we will now have trains reassigned to run those. And I guess we should probably have names for the stations, question mark? Oh yeah, also, now we have stuff over here. I should build services. These don't really need... these ones don't really need, like, education stuff, but they do need the rest. So it's our first little bit of it. We probably need to build a lot more later on, but here's our first train arriving into this station. We should name it. So this will be... I like naming places after real places in Tassie often, or I can just call it after a street. So what, are there any good street names here? Yes, Victoria Street, that's actually a good station name. I think there's also already one called that in Perth. Which is ironic, considering what I'm doing here. And this one can be... any name ideas for this one? I'll try to neaten up this place at some point. Northampton Yard, I think, is just a good simple name. So, there's a roundabout here, for some reason, so I'll build a road out here, I guess, and then disable that, and continue. I use nuclear power in here because it is an easy mode to do here, and basically produces unlimited power for my city. Just since it's a political thing, no, I don't want nuclear in real life. It's kind of bad, but in this game, it is incredibly overpowered, and so let's make it. Yep. Belmont Point. Belmont Point is a peninsula. I'll keep that name for somewhere. I'll name it this station. I need to build a new station, but I'll name the new station here Belmont Point. And then this one, which also needs to be replaced now, I guess, I'm assuming. Oh no, this one works now because now I've rebuilt it here. Is it that... yeah, every single one of those stations I built last time is now broken. Great. And then this can, I think I'll call this Wellington Square. So this bit, I think we can make this like a... What could this be? There's a lot of things I could make this. There's the option of like rich suburbia or like medium density. Like there is the question if I want to make this entire island like dense, like high density, or most of it, or whether I want to make it like a variety. Uh, hmm. So anarchy will fix this. Yep. Has that caused any problems with the tracks? I don't think so. It often does, I'm afraid. Every time I do that, it will create some sort of problem somehow. I don't understand what it is about it, but something is. And then this is going to be a big thing. I'm going to build a big long coast road all the way out here, all the way around this side of the island. And then I'll make like an infrequent-ish coach bus that does it. Yeah. Well, as infrequent, this game doesn't really like infrequent transit, so as infrequent as I can get it. So, yep. Anything in chat? Nope. Still nothing. Yep. There is a nice long coast road that goes around the back side of the island, and then I need to link up this side. I don't really need wide roads ever on this island because, like, there are no cars. Well, at least there normally aren't. So there is no real problem with having, like, level crossings and whatever. Yep. So for now, we have a little loop of the island available on the roads. Not perfect, but, like, it's nice. Now, Wellington Square Station, build the square for it. It's gonna be, I guess this is the square. What's a nice patterning on the floor? Yep. Yep. And get rid of the trees because we can't have good things. Yay! Still nothing in chat, that's a shame. I don't know if like the stream is horrifically delayed or something, or like just no one is watching. It could be either, or both, probably. So, I think I kind of like the suburbia vibe. Like, I don't like it in terms of being nice, but I do like it in terms of the build. So, go to some American-style housing, which works better for this stuff. So, yep, all of that's working well, I think. I think that all works as well. Yep, so for now, there's all of that. And then let's, of course, make the actual service, because there is no service on this line yet. I love how we're using, like, 4 different sets of platforms, and none of them are actually next to each other, so it's so annoying to connect at this station. But that's, I guess, an accurate representation of building a big railway station. It's terrible, pretty much. So there are... Yep. You know what? Since I'm going for that vibe of rich suburbia, what if we make it single track? this is meant to be a nice looking build, not a nice functional build. So, yep, let's build this like this. Yep. Yep, there's a nice little single track line, mostly. Then what? Why is it saying? You know what does it mean by this light rail vehicle? What are these going to look like? What are these? Well, I'm assuming it's going to be like a horrific monstrosity of a... Oh no, I cannot allow this to be a thing. I'm not letting this enormous monster train, or whatever this even is, become a thing. And I think, considering if we're going for that small vibe, I think a nice two-car, or like two-car trains could work. Why are there people walking out of the depot? You may put mixed use of commercial near the station. Yes, good idea. I will go over here and break some people's brand new houses under construction down with some nice, housing. No, this isn't housing. I'm stupid. Not much, just a little bit. Yep, so all of this. Actually, let me build a nice little something here. Here's a nice big building. No. Yes. It doesn't really need a car park, but I guess they have it. So there should be trains running on this line now, I think. Or one very soon, at least. Oh, this is not an accessible station. Oh, that's not an accessible station, is it? But why is... You shouldn't be on this line. Train... Oh, wait, this is like actual decent destination board, so this will be the T3 to railway depot is... I just want to make this say... I'll just put Northampton Rail, so it... So I guess we have destination boards. Actually, no, I'll just make it Northampton. That works, right? Yeah, that looks nice. I like that look. I don't know why this train is on that line, but it is, I guess. Where is the... Oh, they have to use this to reverse. Oh, that's interesting. Why do they have to use this one to do it? And... Wait, does that mean this train's going all the way to like Wellington Square just for that? Probably. Oh, no, go back to the depot where you came from. Oh, it's trying to go all the way... Oh, no. These things should not exist. T4, where's the train? No, that is not the train. That thing should not exist. It's like actually really weird that thing exists. At all. Let me just check on the... How many people are watching? There's 5 people watching. Okay. Well, I guess that's fun. Why isn't... This is a place without cars. Why are they building so many gas stations in a place without cars? Like, do they understand that that thing can't even go here? Probably not, actually. Oh, wow, this thing is full. Completely full. T3. Yeah, so if we need more trains on the T3, I think. I do really like how these look. Like, this is maybe my favorite design. So, let me just get up OBS real quick, and
I can set it up a new scene so that
we can only see oh, no, that's not what I was wanting. No. Remove. Yes. Is to anyone more experienced with OBS than me? Yes, window capture. Oh, that's probably it. So, um, I don't know if this is doing anything at all. Interesting. Remove. Oh, that's really weird. Why is this a thing? I thought I was... Okay, no questions asked. Let's just go back to this. So, let's make more suburbia, I think. The one thing we were missing was more suburbia. We needed more of that, I think. Nah, no more. I don't think we need more suburbia anywhere. But, oh yeah, let's make buses. We don't have many of those here. Probably because there's, like, no reason for them here, really. But, let's make some. So, yay, buses. Lots and lots of buses. Let's bring them down here, I think. Oh, I can see so many pools here. It's so weird. Why does everyone... Oh, wait, no, this is a rich suburban area. Of course, everyone has a pool. Yeah, so... Make a nice little bit here, and then we're ending in a nice big turning circle. Nice and wide. Actually, no, make it a medium instead of a large. The large one is way too weird and does not fit. And let's make this even richer, I think. You know, just for fun. Okay, what's going on in chat? Your stream is stuck on... Oh no, that's a problem. Oh. Okay, yeah, that's a problem. Yep, okay, that's better now. You should be able to see it now. I'm very bad at OBS and streaming, so I guess this is a good test run before the time when I actually need to know how to use it on the election night, when that I'm going to be streaming it live with the results coming in. And sadly, there will be no City Skylines 2 in that one, but that will hopefully be like an actually semi-serious stream. By serious, I mean as serious as I can be with that, which is not very. I cannot be serious ever. So here's a nice little rich suburban neighborhood expanding, because we have to have people with money everywhere, of course. I mean, where would you even be without massive amounts of money everywhere? I don't know, maybe we would have a functional country. But no, that's not an option, that's bad, somehow. Oh, I messed up the stops. Yippee. I don't know how I did that. Okay, so the stop has to be on that side. Oh, that makes more sense. I am stupid today. You can go in chat. What software? Okay, so when Talos, what software do you use for your graphics? So I make most of my maps and most of my stuff like that in what's it called again? Paint.net, and I edit in Kdenlive, and I stream in OBS Studios. So the majority of the stuff is because of Kdenlive and Paint.net are the main things I use, and Kdenlive especially is a steep learning curve, but it is really good and worth it once you get it done. But it is really hard to learn. And Paint.net is easy. It's not that hard. Like, once you get the hang of it, it is very easy. Kdenlive is, like, a lot harder to get the hang of, but it's not terrible once you do that. So this is the 2. Let's put a nice bus on it. So any bus except the coaches is what's on this route. And we need to chronically overserve the rich area, of course. Like, of course. Oh yeah, it just says bus depot, so they will all just say Northampton regardless. So this is gonna go, I think. Yep, so this is on the route 2, and if we are to go into this, we can now see another bus route has been added to the map. And do we need a bus stop down here? I think might as well. Like, the rich people need service, I guess. Oh wow, it's made someone lose their home. Makes it even more worth it. Oh, a lot of people are losing their home because of the bus. That's funny. I don't know how or why, but somehow my bus has caused multiple homes to be demolished. Yep. Let's find the... Where is the bus on this route? Is this bus on the 2? Yes, this bus is on the 2. So if it's going into the railway station's bus terminal, anything? Oh, okay, someone... So, Kirakai in chat. How are the Greens doing? So, we don't have... I guess, actually, yeah, I'm sorry to everyone who's here for City Skylines. We have to go back to elections now. I'm sorry. So...
Elections time again. So, the Greens in the campaign, they're doing stuff in rosevears. So their candidate is Charlene McLennan, who was a federal candidate for Bass and a state candidate for Bass twice. They're pretty good for the candidacy. They're doing good, especially considering this is... It contains both some of the most and least friendly areas for the Greens in northern Tasmania. It has the suburbs of Trevally and West Launceston, and more... Mike has gone faint again. Okay, it is right in front of my face now. Actually, no.
Let's just go to this one where that you can hear me directly from here. So, let's just bring this up to cover the whole thing. Yep. So, the Greens, rosevears, they're doing stuff. They're probably going to poll over 20%, which will be very good for them. That's a big point. I'm estimating rosevears. It's probably going to be about in the 20 to 30 range for both the Greens and Labour. And then like the Independent will get about 10% maybe, and then the Liberals will probably get about maybe 40%, and they'll probably win, very likely, I'd say. Then outside of that, in huon, they have no chance, I'm afraid. They are being outflanked by the independent candidate Claire Glade-Wright, who is also a progressive, but has a much better chance of winning, especially compared to how the Greens are doing, who have run fairly dead throughout the campaign. So I'm kind of not expecting it to do great. Then, outside of that, the Greens, overall, they're not doing great. I mean, they have a chance to come back, and I think they will, but at the moment they aren't polling great. There's been some issues with them in the ACT mainly, with a crazy idea of a coalition with the Liberal Party in Canberra to get rid of Labor, who've been in government for like 27 years or something now there, which you need fresh government. You don't, and in no way do you need a Liberal Green coalition. That is a frankly absurd proposal. And I cannot fathom that. How they thought that was a good idea. Like, yes, and you can consider negotiations after an election, but a mid-term attempt to get rid of a sitting government by allying with people who are ideologically completely opposed to you in every way does not make sense. And their polling has been alright. Let me get up the polling. This is federal polling because there are not enough state polls. So, so they got 12% of the vote in 2025, and currently they're polling at around 13%, so they've barely changed. They're going up very slightly, but not much. But if I'm to show you the graph of it, you can see here that they are slowly going up, and they are polling just maybe a point higher than they were before. And the other main story at the moment is One Nation is polling a lot lower now, like significantly lower than they were earlier, which is cause for concern for them and cause for celebrations for anyone with a brain. So yeah, is there still anyone watching? I don't know. Who is ONP? One Nation. They are a far-right, really terrible party who have recently shot up in the polls, as you can see with the big orange line going up. They've surpassed the blue line, which is the coalition, who is the the centre to right party, and they've polling in second for a bit. But there were 3 polls in a row right then that put them down a lot and below the coalition, which was bad for them. Like, considering it was not that long ago, you were seeing polls with the Liberal Party at 13% and a total coalition vote of 19% versus 28 for Labour. Well, no, 28 for One Nation, sorry. And then you've got now when you're seeing the total coalition vote at about 24, 26%, and One Nation just below it now. Yeah, that's actually why political divide is worsening. Yes, it is really bad. It is not great at all. And you can see it is like red, center left, then center right, far right, others, and left. So I would describe myself as a supporter of the Greens who are here, or depending on the candidate, some independents. It depends specifically who. But when I'm doing this coverage, I try to remain non-biased, generally. I try to, at least. I generally fail, but it is not... I just have to say, I do not like One Nation. They do not want me to exist. Quite bluntly, they don't want me to exist. There are multiple reasons why. They don't like trans people, they don't like gay people, they don't like neurodivergent people, they don't like young people because we vote against them. Let me try to find data on age groups, because there is data on subpopulation, so women are voting much more for left parties than right ones. And like, yeah, I need to get this up because this is a really big poll. That's really interesting and really important from what I'm saying is here. This poll by Roy Morgan that was conducted about 2 months ago, which is the most recent poll for young people, which showed the Greens in a narrow second place against Labour, with the Coalition in third and One Nation in fourth, and very close to the others mark, which is kind of good. And the two-party preferred of Labour, 65%. That is a lot. That is a lot. And, like, you can see they poll really well. The Greens almost always poll above 20% in young people. Like, they even polled 30% in July last year. So, it is young people that are basically going to keep, like, we're keeping the Greens afloat. And then, when you look at older people, you generally see a lot more conservative leanings. Like, this is like the only demographic when you regularly see well, the coalition still ahead because, quite frankly, it's their only demographic left. They're still polling like 40% in there, despite being way smaller. But now you're seeing, like, even now, Labour. Well, no, wrong poll. Even now you can see Labour still in first place in primaries there. That's something. Uh, I wonder what the so let's see. I wonder what the Venn diagram looks like for one ONP voters and Andrew Tate fans. So there are about 3 of each of them, and they are a circle. There is no difference. There are like. On that note, I should go up to the section for men. Here, the One Nation vote is a lot higher among men, and oh yeah. Also, there's the generation polling. You can see Gen Z. Look, oh, what? So the election, you can see stuff like the Greens at first place in Gen Z, which is crazy. Like, in a good way, crazy. And then you see baby boomers, and you're like, 33% One Nation, and it's like, yeah. I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised, I'm afraid. I wish I didn't have to be, but that was. Yeah. So, it is not great on this stuff. And actually, I think there is something we also need to look at, which is there's another election happening on the same day as the Tasmanian elections, which are coming up in about 2 weeks, which is what. So, the reason why this stream exists is because of the what's it called, the periodic elections in the divisions of Huon and Rosevears in Tassie, which you can see in these maps. If I zoom out, you can see the full thing. So these 2 maps are the 2 seats, which those are my general predictions for them. But if you come back, this is also happening on the same day, which is there is One Nation. So this is Nepean, which is it is a seat that is in the Mornington Peninsula in Victoria, with like it's a pretty liberal seat, and it's like I'm not expecting it to fall. I'm pretty sure it is. Pretty sure this will be a liberal retain because Labour are not running. Because, put it simply, this is happening 5 months before the state election in Victoria. And at that point, why is it even a by-election? Oh yeah, and it's going to cost $2 million for the by-election to exist. Oh, wrong tab. So, but now, the main thing for me is rosevears, because that is what matters, is that everything happening in rosevears is a thing. So, I guess to all the people who are watching the stream, I guess I will give a suggestion, which is I guess promotion, but I'm gonna put the link to the Discord server in the chat. Which this will just be there for people to join. Kira Khan, I'm sorry that I missed something. What is the reason for early voting there? So the by-election in Nepean is happening because the MP for there resigned over a scandal, but they deliberately left it late so that there would be a by-election that happened and it would only come into effect right before the actual state election. So it was really just resigning at a time that would be very politically bad for the Liberal Party, who they were a part of. So it was less a reason to actually get a reason, but just replying something in the Discord server. So back to so the Discord. Okay, that makes sense from Kirikai. Yeah, we're getting a big round of by-elections. So there's on the second there's Tasmania, Legco, and Nepean. Then the week after is the real big one, the Farah federal by-election, which is really important. That is the big test for One Nation. Then the week after that is the Stafford by-election in Queensland. Kirikai, man, I effing hate politics, but I appreciate you sharing yours. Thank you. It is okay. I know way too much about this, I'm afraid, and I spend too much time working on this. So it is good to get some sort of results out of it. And yeah. Is there information on the page yet? Is there anything actually happening yet? No, there is not. I'm just reading. This. Okay, just go research for stuff in the Discord right now. Yeah. Nothing's happening on the stream still. Just looking at stuff real quick. stream yet? No, still nothing. If you are watching the stream and you want me to keep doing stuff, say it. So, I guess let's just quickly look back at the elections overview. So, before we go, I'm probably going to end it fairly soon because it's not very active, but an overview, I'll just go back to huon here. So, what I am thinking is my final predictions for each of them are huon is going to be an incredibly tight race, but I do believe that independent Claire Glade Wright is the most likely to win the seat. It'll be very tight though. Then I'm afraid I'm almost certain it's going to be a Liberal retain in rosevears. I don't want it to be, but it probably will be. So, yeah, I don't really see rosevears being anything except a Liberal retain here. So, there isn't much more for me to say, really. There's no one talking in chat or anything, and there isn't much to do. So, thank you very much for watching this stream if you are still here. I guess we will end it off here.